Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. Oh boy, is it heating up in here. It's getting hot in here. It's getting hot in here. Don't take off all your clothes, as not like the song says, contrary actually, keep it all on. This isn't that kind of show, but it's heating up. The transfer window is coming to a close, and as of this evening, oh boy, there's so much has happened today that I've managed to save everything in chronological order, and we're going to go through the timeline of today and where we stand as of right now tonight, because coming towards deadline day, I think we can all anticipate something big is about to happen. Yeah. It is. More than you can believe. more than you believe. But we will explain how. Before we do though, a couple of things. Firstly, make sure you're hitting the subscribe button, notification bell on to make sure you're updated and up to date with all the uploads as they come your way. Don't forget to check out the socials, especially this Instagram. I'm very active on there, and that's where you catch all my updates away from here and know exactly what I'm up to. So make sure you're following on there, link in the description. As well as that, there's a couple of collabs coming tomorrow. Not on here, so not on this channel, but if you are familiar with the Chelsea YouTube scene, then tomorrow you're going to see, well, one familiar face who I've been collabing with a lot lately, and another one that I've not collabed with in a very long time. Keep your eyes peeled. I'll give you a hint. When things go well, we like to start off with videos with a little laugh. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. So make sure you're there tomorrow. Well, we're recording tomorrow. It should be uploaded tomorrow, I reckon, because it's all to do with up-to-date information. So keep your eyes peeled. Let's get cracking. Starting off, and like I said, we're going to go through chronological order. Today's been an absolute madness. So let's start off just to show you guys how this transfer market really works. The way that information is put out. And sometimes there's a lot of info that comes out tactically as a briefing from a club. Doesn't have to be Chelsea. It can be the other side. Today, we've seen all the sides. So let's get cracking. This is what we started the day off with earlier this afternoon with Ben Jacobs. Pay attention. You'll know exactly where I'm going with this. Ivan Toney has said yes to Al Ahly and agreed financials worth close to 60 million euros over 3 years. Al Ahly has asked for an answer on Monday. The Saudi club are now trying to reach an agreement with Brentford after seeing a bid of up to £35 million of add-ons turned down. Caution in case a late European suitor emerges, but as of Tuesday morning, Al Ahly are the only club in talks with Brentford. Let's just hold that thought. Hold that thought. So Ivan Toney, as of this moment, is going to Saudi, right? Hold that thought. We got Di Marzio not long after that, literally 30, 40 minutes later with this. Saying that PSG are possibly going to make a move for Victor Osimhen, and they were getting ready for some sort of a bid for the Nigerian, right? That was the first info we got on Osimhen today. Not long after that, half an hour after that, we had it countered by Fabrizio Romano saying Paris Saint-Germain are not working on Victor Osimhen deal. No bid has been submitted. So at this point, I was thinking, okay, we're getting Di Marzio versus Fabrizio for the 674th time, right? Ding, ding. Let's get the bell going in the ring. Punch up. Let's do it. Because conflicting information here. What's the truth? Well, 15 minutes after that, Sky Sports came out with this. Chelsea have made a move to sign Ivan Toney from Brentford. They want a proven goal scorer for their team. His wages will fit and the transfer fee will be reasonable. Reports none other than Cave Sorikol, right? He came out with this in the studio that Chelsea have made a move to sign Ivan Toney from Brentford. So, as of this moment, PSG are moving for Victor Osimhen And now Chelsea are moving for Ivan Toney, right? Hold that thought. Here's more. We had the Telegraph come out saying Chelsea have shown late interest in signing Ivan Toney. An inquiry has been made in the last few hours, and Chelsea are not the only Premier League club to have registered an interest. Brentford want 50 million for Toney. That was the Telegraph, right? That was about an hour or so after the last news. Then, 2 hours later, we had this. Chelsea are still there for Osimhen from Fabrizio Romano, right? Then we had this. Understand Chelsea and Al Ahly remain the two clubs in active talks for Victor Osimhen. Al Ahly still trying to convince Osimhen after agreement on €65 million package with Napoli. Chelsea are still attentive as contacts are ongoing. Separate story from Sancho. No bid from PSG, right? So that was as of about 2.5 hours ago of the recording of this, right? Then, 1 hour and a bit after Fabrizio said that, we got this from, knock knock, it's Di Marzio again. Here's what he had to say. Chelsea are willing to send their first offer to Napoli in the upcoming hours for Osimhen. Oh, what a surprise. What a shock. So, that came out. Then we had Fabrizio literally 1 minute later come out with this. Osimhen between Chelsea and Al Ahly. PSG are not involved. He doubled down. But not just that. Then we got Sasha Tavolieri saying Chelsea enters in action now for Victor Osimhen. Passionating last-minute deal incoming. The man just came up with a whole entire English word. Passionating. That's not a word. But it's a word now. Yeah? It makes sense. So screw it. So that is where we stand as of right now with Victor Osimhen and Ivan Toney. Here's my opinion on the whole thing, right? I think, because Di Marzio has Italian sources, I think Di Marzio was briefed by Napoli earlier on today. PSG have come for Osimhen. Get that info out, yeah? In order to make Chelsea think, okay, we're not alone. We might have to make a move. Try and force Chelsea's hand a little bit, yeah? A briefing to get Chelsea to panic a little bit, because we all know that no one is in for Victor Osimhen. No one. Because his demands have been high. His back is against the wall. He's not staying at Napoli, and Napoli want a deal done with somebody. So, briefing out, okay, PSG are in, right? Then Fabrizio's come out and gone, nah, there is no PSG. There is no PSG. But Chelsea, right, and their briefs have come out going, let them know we've gone for Ivan Toney. Yeah? You want to play that game? We'll play that game. You want to make it look like PSG have come for Osimhen? No problem. We ain't even looking at Osimhen. We're going for Ivan Toney. How do you feel now? It's as simple as that. It's tit for tat. It's a chess game. Or just like last summer, I don't want to do this. I'll be honest, I don't want to do this, but it is what it is. Just like last summer, it looks like we've come back to the poker table, haven't we? Except this time we got a different player at the table in front of us. We haven't got Tony Bloom, the actual poker player. We've got ADL again. Hey, long time no speak. We haven't played poker with you in flipping years. How are you? I hope you've lost your mojo. Because ADL is such a nuisance to deal with. But I think it's safe to say we've dealt with worse since then. Because the last time we dealt with him, we actually got Maurizio Sarri and we got Jorginho. So, you know, it's not the end of the world when it comes to dealing with ADL, but it's not easy. Then, after that, we started actually getting news that, and Di Marzio jumped on board. Di Marzio, who was talking about PSG earlier on, has gone, no, Chelsea are actually getting ready to make their first move for Osimhen now. Like, the actual bid is coming in now, like officially, which leads me to think that there's been a breakthrough. I think there might have been. on Osimhen's side. It has to be on Osimhen's side because it's his demands that need to be lowered. It's down to him. Napoli and Chelsea can get a deal done like this easily because Napoli want to sell the player. He's not staying at Napoli. It's down to the player. He needs to lower his demands. There's no other club that are going to come in for him and execute a deal for him except Chelsea right now. But Chelsea know they're in the driving seat here. And this is why I'm not being critical on Chelsea for this deal. Normally I'd be going, hey, what's the flipping hold up? What are you taking so long for? But on this, I completely get it. Because Osimhen's in the weaker situation here. Chelsea have a stronger hand at the negotiating table here. Because Osimhen is the one that could end up with no club. We all know that. This is why I'm saying, coming closer to deadline day, I think it's going to happen. Now, would I take Ivan Toney? Absolutely. But I don't think we're even in for Ivan Toney. I don't even think that's a thing. I think that was a complete briefing. PR. Nothing more. Osimhen is the real target. And now I genuinely believe Osimhen and his team are probably looking and going, okay, we've not got long left. Like, this is starting to get a little bit dangerous, right? So let's try and talk positively with Chelsea there. That way I can actually end up at a decent club, right? Maybe he's thinking on that level. A club like Chelsea or anyone wouldn't send in an official bid unless they know that it's a deal that can absolutely be done. So if a deal is actually, well, no, not a deal. If a bid is about to be made, like it seems like it's being made to be, we've heard it from Di Marzio, Fabrizio and Sasha Tavolieri at the exact same time, that Chelsea are now in action in regards to Osimhen and they are making a move properly now, right? A first real offer is about to be made. Finally, I think there's been a breakthrough. Let's wait and see though. Let's wait and see. So let me know your thoughts down on that one in the comment section below. It's getting tense. It's getting tense now. You can feel the tension rising. And I live for this. I live for this, man. When it comes to top players, yeah, creme de la creme, we're talking high level. Victor Osimhen for me is in that bracket. It's so nice to see Chelsea being able to move for a player of that caliber again, man. Flipping hell. It's been, even prior, when you're looking at signing players like Caicedo, right? Even Cole Palmer, right? These are young players that you're looking and going, this is big signing, but we don't know how this is going to work out, right? It's still a bit experimental. With Osimhen, it's Victor Osimhen. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's a statement. That is a statement. That's like when we moved for Fernando Torres in that January window, if you remember. Yeah, it's like, what has just happened? This can have the same ramifications here. This is going to have the same effect, and it's going to hit the same. If we are able to get a here we go, and it happens, Osimhen to Chelsea is a done deal. Oh my God, the internet is going to explode. You think Oasis and the tickets going on sale on Saturday is going to explode? It will explode. Ticketmaster will crash. It will collapse, right? It will. But if Osimhen to Chelsea happens, you best believe Twitter is going to stop. It's going to crash. We'll wait and see. Fingers crossed this deal gets done. Chelsea, go and get it done. Go and get this done. Now, to end, we've got another story. You thought Chelsea were done there. Now, this one, I've got a little bit of a controversial take. Let's get into the latest on Sancho. Dan Ashworth was in talks with Chelsea today over a sensational deal which could see Sancho join Chelsea and Sterling join Manchester United. This was also made out from Fabrizio saying Chelsea's position on Sancho is we are happy to sign Sancho if you take one of the players we want to get rid of. And we've also had David Ornstein say Jadon Sancho likely to exit United before the deadline. United in talks with Juventus and Chelsea for permanent or loan. Chelsea would probably need player to move the other way. Raheem Sterling most feasible, but a lot must happen for that to materialise. Listen, this is such a weird one. I'd rather take the cash for Sterling, if I'm honest. But I feel like there isn't going to be a club to entertain it. Apologies. Because Sterling is on such high money. But if you swap, so United go, we don't need to spend money, and we're offloading a player, but we can get Sterling. Cool. That works for them, and ironically, I think it works for Chelsea too. But Sancho, for me, my opinion, I don't think he's needed. I don't think he's needed. Unless, one condition, and I'll say this, sell Mudryk. Sell Mudryk, I'll take Sancho. Because if you're telling me now, would you take Sancho or Mudryk? I'm taking Sancho. That's just the reality, yeah? So if we were to sell Sterling and Mudryk, which won't happen, Mudryk's not leaving this window, then this is why I'm saying I wouldn't take Sancho, right? It won't fit. We've got Pedro Neto and we've got João Felix. Both, as far as I'm concerned, are ahead in the pecking order of Mudryk. But Mudryk is still here. He's not going anywhere. If Mudryk was going, absolutely bring in Sancho, no problem. But there's no need. There's genuinely no need. I would rather just sell Sterling and just take the cash. Thank you very much. Especially if we're going to go and get Victor Osimhen. So, I don't think there's a place for Sancho right now. Especially with Neto and Felix in the team now. I don't see it. Unless, like I've mentioned, Mudryk's not involved. But in that case, sell him. We've got till Friday, sell him. But it's not going to happen. So this is why I'm not keen on Sancho coming in this window. And if there was a way to just get cash for Sterling, I would. If in future we could send Mudryk the other way, for example, and get Sancho in, I would do that. That I would do. But it's just not going to happen. So I would find it bizarre having Pedro Neto, Felix that can play on the left, Sancho and Mudryk all in the first team squad and no one's going on loan. That is an overload. For me, that's not necessary. It's just not necessary. So, personally, I wouldn't do it. But I would try and get Sterling going the other way to someone ASAP. Now, the one thing that does intrigue me about this is Sterling to United. How's that going to go down at City? That's a question. So, can you imagine Sterling having played for, I said this on All You Can Eat earlier on, which was great to be back on, by the way. But I said Liverpool, City, Chelsea, and we were talking about Arsenal. But United, how has he done this? How has Sterling pulled this off? How is he playing for all of these clubs? I genuinely don't know. Anyway, that's the latest in regards to Sancho and Sterling. Let me know your thoughts in regards to this one. We do need to get rid of a lot of players, Chilwell included. There are players that are still sitting there that need to be gone by Friday. This has to happen. We have a lot to do in terms of the outgoings, and it has to be done. So I hope we have a very, very, very busy week in terms of the players going. If not, we're going to have a very weird training ground concept where a bunch of players are just chilling, that aren't playing, that are just there showing up for work. And that's just not good for the training ground. So hopefully we can get that sorted. Let me know your thoughts down below on Osimhen, where you think we stand. Sancho and Sterling, where you think we stand. All the outgoings, where you think we stand. Ivan Toney as well, let me know. And I will see all of you tomorrow for a brand new one, which will be news video, also preview for Chelsea versus, Servette versus Chelsea in the second leg of the Conference League, which Chelsea are, again, charging $4.99 to watch. It is what it is. Let me know your thoughts down below. And I will see all of you tomorrow. Make sure you guys are hitting the subscribe button, notification bell on. Don't forget to check out the socials on screen right now and in the description, especially Instagram, as I'm very active there. Make sure you're following, much appreciated. Keep your eyes peeled on the second channel as well, as I will be looking to get a brand new video up on there. I'll explain all of that on the second channel in terms of what the plan was whilst I was away and it didn't materialize, but a new video will be coming soon, so make sure you're there, and I'll see all of you tomorrow on here. Much appreciated, people. See you tomorrow. Take care and peace.